guys, it's Zara, and I'm here with my 2017 worst books of the year. Finally. Been long enough, we're already 3 months into the new year, but who cares? So, I did try and put these into an order, but then I kept looking at it and I'm like, I feel like these books I could either maybe like a little bit, or maybe I'll start hating them more. But as of right now, I'm going to say this is the order I have them in. Don't quote me on it, but I'm going to say it is. Okay, so the first book at number 10 is the Paper Girl series, specifically volumes 1 and 2. So overall, I would say I give this series a 1.5 out of 5 stars. And the reason is, I just felt we get thrown right into this world, which I really hate. It is a pet peeve of mine. It's like, I want world building, not like really slow world building. It's just, I don't want to get thrown into a world that I do not know. I don't understand anything that's going on. And I just felt that they didn't really do much explaining of the world to begin with as well, which is another thing. It's like, if you're going to throw me into the world, at least kind of explain it a little bit. Like, there was like little explanations here and there, but at the same time, it wasn't much for me. And I was just like, what is happening? Why are they here? Maybe in the volumes to come they will, even though I'm already 3 volumes in and I'm like, I actually did like volume 3. Just know these. Now, the plot of the story is very interesting. I do find it interesting. I just find the way they executed the story and the plot was, it just was not my favorite. They could have done it, like, I feel like they could have done it another way, but they didn't, and it's just, like, the characters, they could get on my nerves a lot. They could be okay at times, and then other times you're just like, could you just get out? I don't like you. I really don't. And the one thing I did like about this was the art. The art was definitely quite nice to look at, which is one of the only things I liked about the story. But yeah, I do like volume 3, not very much volumes 1 and 2. Hopefully after volume 3, it actually picks up and they actually explain the world a little more. Even though volume 3, now that I look at it, I don't even know how to describe that volume, and I feel like I might add that to here too. I really do think I should change my rating for that, because when I think about it, I'm like, you know, it's interesting, but it's also very confusing. Like, why did that happen? Like, did that just, yeah. So I gave this volumes 1 to 2 of Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and a bunch of other people, 1.5 out of 5 stars. So at number 9, we have What You Must Think of Me by Emily Ford. There's a bunch more to it, but you see the cover. So this book, I was going to use this book for a writer's craft class in school. If you don't know what that is, it's like writing stuff. But anyways, so I was going to use it because we were supposed to write memoirs, and I wanted to write a memoir. Like, it wasn't like a full memoir, because boy, no. It was maybe like a page, couple pages. And I wanted to do on my experience and what I'm dealing with social anxiety and depression, and that's what the author goes into, because it's a memoir about her experiences, what she goes through. I just found that it just felt like another self-help book. Like, I just felt there wasn't much about her actual experience, more as it was the scientific background about how you can help yourself. Like, there was resources and stuff in the back, which I do think is a good idea and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, I was told this, like, I saw that this was a memoir about your life with depression or with social anxiety and stuff, and it's like, that's what I wanted to get out of it. Not really what I got out of it. I did like the parts where she did talk about her social anxiety, especially when she went back to her hometown, went back to her old school, where not really where her social anxiety started to happen, but like where it was happening, and how all these thoughts that she had were like not even true and stuff, which is me. But that was definitely something interesting and something I very much liked. It's just, I just didn't feel like this was a memoir, more as a self-help book. The next book at number 8 is Girl Man's Up by M.E. Gerard. I hope that's how you say the last name. So anyways, the reason I did not like this book was I found Pen to be quite an annoying character. Like, she's very unlikable a lot of the times. One thing I'll never understand, to this, I'll just never understand, why the fuck was she friends with Colby? He is literally a horrible person, especially the way he talks to her, especially because he knows she's lesbian. Just the things he does, especially the 2 scenes that are just make me want to go there and just, oh, you have no idea how much I hate Colby. He's one of my most, the one thing about this book I wish we had more of that would have made me enjoy the book more than I did was the relationship between Pen and her brother. That's what I wish we had more of. Their relationship was amazing. I loved it. Pen's brother was amazing. I can't remember what his name is. That's what I wish we had more of. And I wish we had more of her and whoever the girl was that she liked and that she was with. That's what I liked. I just did not like Pen, though. She was just that's all I can describe her as. And Colby, I wish he was dead. Cause things, him and his group of friends that Pen's also with, girl, why? Why are you friends with them? Honestly, just... So yeah, I gave this book 1 out of 5 stars. I think I might have given it like 2 stars, but thinking back, it's more of a 1 star. So, yeah. The next book at number 7 is The Revenant by Michael Pennant. One of the reasons I didn't like this book was the way that Michael portrayed the book, or like the way he wrote it, because we go from Hugo, whatever his name was, to the people who actually left him for dead and stuff, and it's just like, I kind of got like confused at times, because I get confused very easily, especially with books that have more than one POV. I really hate reading those kind of books, because I'm just like, I don't know why, but anytime I read those kind of books, the characters always just seem so similar. I'm like, wait, you're this character and you really should be different. It's like, people be like, girl, I could tell they were. Me, I just easily think, oh wait, just one character. No, it's more than one. And I'm like, why do they sound all so similar? Like, they didn't really sound different to me. And I just found this story kind of boring. Like, I like the movie a lot more because it works better, because you're actually seeing him struggle and you're actually seeing what he's going through. The story, like the book format, no, I just didn't really like it. So I gave this 1 out of 5 stars. So the next book at number 6 is another series, and it is the Wicked and Divine series, volumes, I believe I only read volumes 1 to 4, and they are by Karen Gillan. I bet I said that wrong. So as a whole, I gave the series 1 out of 5 stars. But to be honest, if I was just to rate them all, I think there's maybe one book I kind of liked. The rest, I know there was one that I just like, I hate with a passion, and I think it's volume 3. I honestly haven't read this book in a while, or the series in a while, and I don't plan on reading the rest. Like, I want to, because I really don't like having unfinished series, but at the same time, I'm just like, no. This was another one where you get thrown right into the world, and this world was more confusing than Paper Girls. Like, I was just like, what the actual fuck happened? What the fuck is happening? What? One thing about the series I find is that, like, something big will happen or something, like, shocking, and instead of explaining what happens, and instead of going into what happens or why it happened, it, like, jumps to something else that could be either really shocking or you're like, why did you put this in instead of explaining what just happened? Like, what the fuck? I didn't like the characters. I don't think I liked a single character in the series. Maybe I liked them a little bit, but then something happened here, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like you anymore. Like, there's just, the only thing really about this series that I really enjoyed was the art. The art is beautiful. The rest, At number 5, and now we're on my top 5, which means they're all rated 0.5 out of 5 stars, because I love giving out 0.5 out of 5 stars. Because I don't care. If it ain't a 1 star, it's a 0.5. Most of these, actually quite a lot of these, is just like, yeah, I'd give you like a 0 if I could. But anyways, so that is TTYL. Talk to you later. Yeah, I was like, wait. By Lauren Miracle, I believe, is the author. So, I thought this would be a fun thing to read because it's only told in IMs, I believe. Like, it's just messages on whatever the hell they use. But after reading it, I'm just like, no, it didn't work. Like, a lot of things that happened, I was just like, I feel like this would have worked a lot better in maybe like a graphic novel format or a written format, not like this. Like, there was something, I would say, kind of big that happens, and I'm just like, yeah, telling it through IMs does not help me understand it or feel, like, it just didn't make me feel anything, and I'm just like, no. And I hate the characters. The friend group, I'm just like, this is like a toxic friend group. They're also like, no. Like, the characters are annoying and frustrating. And it's just like, honestly, looking back at it, like what they would do to each other and like they say, I just feel like they're a pretty toxic friend group. And I'm just like, how are you guys friends? How do you even, like, I couldn't with this book. So yeah, I gave it 0.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I don't even think I will read the rest of the series. Like, at the same time, I do want to. But then I'm just like, if it's just gonna be told like this the whole time, no. And the characters, no. Just no. The format idea was cool. The execution, no. At number 4, we have Girls Like Me by Lola Saintville. I hope that's how you say the author's name. So, this book. This was a waste of time, to be quite honest. Yeah. I liked the... No, honestly, I didn't like the way it was formatted. It was kind of told how Ellen Hopkins usually writes her books, like when... Is it verse style? Like, it's... I guess you would say it's a verse style. Verse style. I just don't think the author used it properly in this, and it did not work. I felt the author used pretty much any YA cliche she could, and it made me cringe so bad. I'm just like... was like, okay, she used this, she used that, she used this. Wait, did she use this? Yeah, she did. I did not like the main character. She is a plus-size girl, but I felt she was doing quite a lot of shaming to other girls who, like, skinny shaming or whatever. I just did not like her at all. She was a hypocrite. I just did not like her, and no. I did think the relationship between the main character and the boy she likes could be cute at times, but then some stupid little thing that they could easily talk it out, they would just get angry and be like, no, I don't want to be with you anymore. And I'm like, you could just talk it out. Talk it out. Just talk it out. So yeah, 0.5 out of 5 stars. I just, no. 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 At number 3, we got Ironman The Gauntlet by, I don't know how to say the author's name. Ian Cloffer? I definitely said that wrong. Whoops. So about this, honestly, before I read this, I pretty much know nothing about Marvel, even though I own a lot of Marvel and DC stuff. But I learned Tony's real name is Anthony. When I said that to my friend, she's like, bitch, you didn't know that? And I'm like, bitch, you know me, I'm stupid as fuck. I don't know shit. So yeah, that's all I learned in this. Obviously, I know it's like not anything part of Marvel. Maybe it is. I don't know. All I know is this was one of the most boringest books I've ever read. Just, you have no idea. Honestly, this could have helped me fall asleep. That's how boring it was. The writing, I found to be quite childish at times. I'm just like, come on. Like, yeah, Tony can act like that sometimes, but he's not that child. Like, come on. Come on. Honestly, the concept of this book and what was actually happening would have definitely been interesting had it been a movie. If it was a movie, or even like a little mini TV show series thing, maybe a movie, then yeah, maybe I would actually like it. Maybe I'd find it interesting. Book format, no. It was a snooze fest, honestly. It was a snooze fest. I don't even know how I finished it. Honestly, I don't know why I don't DNF books. Actually, I do. I just really don't like not finishing a book. I really should just DNF books. But yeah, it was a snooze fest. Obviously, 0.5 out of 5 stars. Just no. At number 2, we got I Am Not Here by Gigi. The one thing I'll say about why I hate this is I literally don't know what the hell I read. Honestly, I even got my friend to read it right after I did because it's wordless. Wait, is it? I think it was a wordless graphic novel. It was just told in pictures. I was like, what the fuck happened? I read the Goodreads description after. I'm like, no, that's not what I got when I read this. I don't really know what the hell I read. My friend was like, yeah, even I don't know what I read. I'm like, why? Like, I've read a couple graphic novels that are wordless, and I actually love them. Like, The Only Child by, I can't say the author's name, or The Park Bench. Those two are wordless, and I could kind of actually understand what was happening, and I actually enjoy those ones, especially The Only Child. Check that out. Oh, wait. That might be my favorites video. But anyways, no. This was just boring as shit. 0.5 out of 5 stars. Would have gave it a 0 because what the fuck did I read, honestly? The only thing I liked about this, The art. The art is really pretty. The rest, what? And at number 1, and to be quite honest, quite a few of these could easily be number 1, but at number 1 we have The Kite Runner. Not the book, the graphic novel. Oh man, this graphic novel. Yuck. If you're gonna make a graphic novel of a book, especially a well-loved book, maybe try to make the characters look more like the actual characters that we imagined. Like the movie, I don't even want to talk about the movie. Do not cut out parts that are quite significant to the story just because it's a graphic novel. And it just did not feel like the Kite Runner story that I really enjoyed. At first, I thought, yeah, I didn't like the story to begin with. But now that I think about it and I talk with people who actually like the story, I'm like, you know what? I actually do like this book. The graphic novel, however, that can burn. I hate that. We don't need that. Just like the Hush Hush graphic novel. Just like the Twilight graphic novels. Why? No. We don't need it. No. Just no. So, I hope you guys like this video. I don't care if I offended you. If you get offended because somebody doesn't like the same book as you, why the fuck are you on the internet? Like, honestly, why? Yeah, why? Just saying. If you get offended because somebody doesn't like the same thing as you, bitch, what the fuck? But anyways, I bet I'm gonna get a lot of dislikes. You know what? I don't fucking care. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, bye, rails.